What's up guys, Alex here, and this is the Japanese Grand Prix at Suzuka. As you can see, it's going to start in wet conditions. Qualifying was pretty straightforward actually. Qualified third, Matty first, Saigon second. I didn't quite get into the 33s like I thought I could, so a bit disappointed, but third is good. I think I've got firemen and a few other people behind me, obviously, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. I wasn't looking forward to this race in the wet because if you've seen my season 4 videos, you know that I never seem to do well in the wet, so I was a bit disappointed to see it raining, but you have to get on with it. And I was just hoping I didn't disconnect, to be honest, after India. So yeah, I need to get some points on the board today, and we'll see how it goes. So Mercedes first and third, Sauber fireman behind on the grid, putting my brakes into the rear because with ABS off there's no way I can keep the brakes from locking up. 5 lights, and we are go. I get a good start. Actually get quite a good start in the second phase, going up the gears, managed to use a bit of curves and get alongside Zygon going into the inside, and then I get hit off by Fireman, who takes both me and Zygon out and goes straight through into second place, as you can see there. Now I've got Clarkey behind me. I think Zygon's lost more places than I did from that, so a bit naughty there from Fireman, but what can you do? I'm sure any admins that see this might have a word, I don't know. On to the end of lap 1, and Fireman's gone wide and rejoins the track, and now I'm alongside him. I managed to get past him, and I think I'm on 2 to the right at this track, so I should have pretty good straight line speed. But Fireman just, I assume he used his curves because he just went straight past again, so whatever, I suppose. I try go around the outside at turn 2, but it's not happening. So I'm stuck behind Fireman still. I think at this phase, quicker than him, as you can see there, going to the back of him because he's braking a lot earlier than me in the S's. And yeah, he's just killing my momentum. I can't get past. So I think eventually, yeah, I do end up losing time in the dirty air, and he manages to pull away. And I've got to be careful of Clarkey, who dives down the inside of Kamui corner. And look at that. Look how close that was. That was ridiculous. That was really good close racing there, but I managed to keep the place, still in third. But Clarkey is not backing down, and if he's going that close to the wire, he must mean business. So I'm trying to scamper, but he's right behind me. Fireman at this point has got quite a good lead, and I dip a wheel into the gravel there, and Clarkey manages to get past. So I've lost the place, and now I've got Fozzie right behind me too, so I need to get this place back ASAP. And I'm looking on the outside of the chicane, but think better of it. Clarkey decides to defend the inside, and I actually tap him there and unsettle his car, so I'm sorry about that, but he kept the place. So we go onto the straight, and now I'm going to try and line up a slipstream. Got Fozzie right behind me, so I need to get past Clarkey right now, and I use a lot of curves, well, half of it. Managed to get the inside line and take the place back, and I think then Clarkey and Fozzie collided. I think it was a side pod glitch, so that gave me a little bit of breathing space. And on to lap 5. Matty is in the pits at the moment, and I had to risk the stack because my tyres were just gone and I'd lose too much time if I stayed out. And that's exactly what's happened with stacking. I'm losing time. Finally get into the pit box, put on another set of intermediates, and out we go. And I've lost the place to Joe in the Red Bull. So I've lost a lot of time from that, but I've got to get on with it. We come out just behind Taz, who's yet to pit, and I need to use this to catch up to Joe as quick as possible and get that place back. And as you can see, Joe is weaving, trying to get past Taz in the S's, which is a silly move, to be honest, because he's never going to get past him in here. So that allows me to catch up. And going into Dunlop, Joe goes a little bit wide. I see the gap, and I just take it. Use a little bit of curves on the exit and get the job done. And later on in the lap, going into Kamui, I go around the outside of Taz, who I don't think saw me and moved on to the racing line. But I managed to get past, keeping 2 wheels on the track. And then I think Joe went into me there. I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do. But into Spoon we go. And I've successfully got past Joe and Taz in the same lap. So I'm quite happy with myself. And now I need to try and make up time. And on lap 11, it was pretty uneventful. Managed to get back into 3rd. I think Clarkey, I don't know how I got past Clarkey, to be honest. And I've almost stacked again. So that was close. That will have lost me a couple of tenths. I don't think it was nearly as bad as the first one, but every tenth counts, I suppose. And we come out behind Bonta Bullets on lap 12. I think he's yet to pit, though. And into turn 2 we go. Later on in lap 12, I think Clarkey's had an incident. He's going slowly, and here I think he's let me past. But no, he decides to take the hairpin, the chicane, sorry. And then a bollard flies out and hits me off the track. How? What the hell? That allows Joe to get past again. So, thanks for that, Codemasters. But later on, lap 14, it's taken me like a lap and a half to catch up to Joe again. I'm looking down the outside of the chicane. He defends the inside. And I get a good run out of the chicane to set me up for the straight. But I actually run into the back of Joe a bit there, so killed my momentum a bit. But I'm using my curves, trying to get the slipstream. Managed to gain on him and take the inside line into turn 1. And well, as you can see on my screen, there was no contact, but Joe said there was, so I think he was thinking about issuing a ticket in, but as far as I can see, there's nothing wrong with that. And on lap 15, I'm going into Kamui hairpin and I get a lag spike. This race is going well, and yet again I lose the place to Joe. That's what, like 3 times already now, and we're not even halfway yet. Well, we're just past halfway, my bad. But okay, so on lap 15 I see Joe and Zygon pit, and I assume they're pitting for dry tyres. So I think, right, I've got to react. So on lap 16 I come in for the primes. And it was a bit of a risk because there is still water on the track, but I thought that Zygon and Joe were both on the dry tyres, and I thought I'm going to lose too much time if I stay on the inters. And I actually found out that they both pitted for more inters. So it was really a risky move, pitting for the primes, but I did it, and I come out just behind Joe and Zygon. And as you can see, there is water coming off the tyres, and they do look quite shiny. So, yeah, as you can see, on lap 19, skidding around a bit, but I'm still on the primes, and Zygon pits, and that gives me the lead after Matty's pit stop mistake, where he had to do 2 pit stops after accidentally choosing the wrong tyre. So I now have the lead, and on lap 27 I still have the lead, and I lap Kerr, who has just returned to the league after taking most of season 4 out. So yes, the primes happen to work, so I'm now going up to 130R on lap 27. After quite an eventful race, I was very surprised to be in the lead, but it was definitely that pit stop on the primes that worked, and Matty's mistake. So here we go. First finish of season 5, and 25 points on the board. I'm delighted with that, and it's a 1-2 for Mercedes-Benz, with Joe in 3rd and Zygon 4th. So, first 1-2 of the season. I'm sure Matty is very happy with that, as am I. And as you can see on the standings, Mercedes are top, and I'm now 5th in the championship. So I've bought it back, and I'll see you in Bahrain.